The calm is your sword. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. In the chaos of battle, the greatest weapon is not the sword, but the mind that wields it. The true enemy is not the opposing force, but the internal turmoil that threatens to unravel your composure. Every confrontation, be it a heated argument, a tense negotiation, or a moment of public scrutiny, is a battlefield where your calmness is your greatest asset. Consider the invisible opponent, the subtle provocations that seek to draw you into emotional conflict. A sharp word, a dismissive gesture, a challenging look. These are the weapons of the adversary. They aim to provoke a reaction, to unsettle your mind and disrupt your strategy. The moment you lose your calm, you surrender the battlefield. Your adversary gains the upper hand, not through strength, but through your own emotional response. History offers a powerful example in the figure of Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor who ruled Rome during turbulent times. Amidst wars, plagues, and political betrayals, Aurelius maintained an unwavering calm. He understood that true power lies in self-control. In his meditations, he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." This philosophy was not mere rhetoric. It was a strategic approach to leadership. By mastering his emotions, Aurelius could navigate the complexities of governance and warfare with clarity and purpose. The cost of emotional defeat is steep. One impulsive outburst, one moment of uncontrolled rage, can tarnish a reputation built over years. In the court of public opinion, emotions are often perceived as weaknesses. Leaders who succumb to anger or frustration risk losing the respect and trust of their followers. In contrast, those who maintain composure project strength and confidence, even in the face of adversity. In the realm of personal development, the ability to remain calm in confrontation is a mark of maturity and self-mastery. It is the difference between reacting impulsively and responding strategically. It is the difference between surrendering to the chaos and commanding the battlefield with unwavering resolve. Remember, the calm is your sword. It is the weapon that allows you to cut through the noise, to see through the distractions, and to act with precision and purpose. Cultivate it daily, sharpen it with practice, and when the next confrontation arises, wield it with confidence. I am calm. I am the master of my mind. I am the silent force that commands the battlefield. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. Your mind is not a passive observer of the world. It is the sovereign ruler of your inner kingdom. Every thought, every impulse is a subject in your court, awaiting your command. To lose control over your thoughts is to invite rebellion within your own walls. To master your mind is to reign supreme over your destiny. The first step in this conquest is the crown of awareness. Recognize that every unchecked impulse is a potential usurper, ready to dethrone your rational mind. In the heat of a confrontation, when anger flares and judgment clouds, the wise ruler remains vigilant. He does not react impulsively. He observes, he assesses, he decides. This awareness is the first line of defense against internal chaos. Next, consider the counsel within. Your emotions and reason are not adversaries, they are advisors, each with a role to play. Like ministers in a royal court, they must be heard, but not allowed to dominate. Emotions bring passion and urgency. Reason brings clarity and strategy. The ruler who listens to both but allows reason to guide decisions maintains a balanced and effective reign. Finally, fortify your realm with fortified walls. Daily mental discipline is the construction material. Meditation, reflection, and self-control are the builders. Just as a castle is strengthened stone by stone, your mind becomes resilient through consistent practice. Without this fortification, external pressures, stress, criticism, temptation can breach your defenses, leading to internal collapse. To rule your kingdom within is not a passive endeavor. It requires active engagement, constant vigilance, and unwavering commitment. The cost of failure is the loss of control, the surrender of your sovereignty. The reward is mastery over self, the ability to navigate life's challenges with calm and purpose. Remember, the mind is your throne. Guard it fiercely, govern it wisely, and let no impulse dethrone you. I am the ruler of my mind. I command my thoughts. I govern my actions. The first hour of the day is the rudder that steers the ship of your destiny. You awaken, and the battlefield of your mind lies in wait. The dawn is not merely the start of a new day. It is the first skirmish in a war that will determine your fate. Will you rise as the commander of your own mind, or will you be swept away by the tides of impulsivity and distraction? The choice is yours. The ancient Stoics understood the power of the morning. Marcus Aurelius, emperor and philosopher, began each day with reflection and intention. He wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love." This was not mere sentiment, it was strategic preparation. Aurelius knew that the mind, like a fortress, must be fortified before the day's battles commence. Your mind is your kingdom, and the morning is your opportunity to strengthen its defenses. Engaging in meditation or mindful planning acts as a reconnaissance mission, surveying the terrain of your thoughts and emotions. This practice allows you to identify potential threats, stresses, distractions, negative thought patterns, and neutralize them before they can undermine your authority. Visualization serves as your mental armor. By vividly imagining the challenges of the day and rehearsing your responses, you prepare your mind for combat. This mental rehearsal builds resilience, enabling you to face adversity with composure and clarity. Seizing the initiative in the morning forces the world to react to you, rather than the other way around. A disciplined start to the day sets a tone of authority and purpose. Others perceive your calm and control, and they adjust accordingly. You become the predator, not the prey, the strategist, not the pawn. The cost of neglecting the morning is steep. Without preparation, you enter the day vulnerable, susceptible to the whims of external forces and internal chaos. Each unprepared moment is a lost opportunity, a battle you did not fight, a victory you did not claim. Rise with purpose. Command your morning as you would command an army, strategically, decisively, with unwavering intent. Your mind is your kingdom. Fortify it daily. Win the morning. Win the day. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. Niccolo Machiavelli. In the art of power, silence is not the absence of sound, it is the presence of control. It is the poised stillness before the strike, the unspoken command that bends the will of others. In a world addicted to noise, the quietest are often the most dangerous. Imagine a chessboard where every piece is in motion, each player desperate to make their move. Now picture a master who sits unmoving, eyes fixed, hands steady. His silence is not hesitation, it is a calculated pause, a moment that forces his opponent to reveal their intentions. In that stillness, the master sees the game unfold before it happens. This is the power of silence. It is the weapon of the strategist, the tool of the ruler who understands that words can betray, but silence commands. When you speak, you give away pieces of your strategy. When you remain silent, you hold all the cards. Consider the Stoic leaders of history, men like Marcus Aurelius, who ruled not with the sharpness of a sword, but with the calm of a philosopher. Their strength lay in their ability to remain unmoved by the chaos around them. to let their actions speak louder than words ever could. In their silence, they found their power. In the modern world, this principle holds true. In negotiations, in leadership, in everyday interactions, the ability to remain silent can be your greatest advantage. A well-timed pause can unsettle your adversary, forcing them to fill the void with their own insecurities. Your silence becomes their weakness. But silence is not passivity. It is active control. It is the art of listening more than speaking, of observing more than reacting. It is the ability to let others reveal their intentions while you remain unreadable. A shadow in the room whose presence is felt, but whose moves are unseen. To weaponize stillness, you must first master the art of the pause. Before responding, before acting, take a moment. Let the silence stretch. Let the tension build. In that moment, you hold the power. Remember, the loudest in the room often have the least to say. It is the quiet ones who understand that true power lies not in what is spoken, but in what is withheld. Your silence is your strength. So, when faced with conflict, with challenge, with confrontation, be still. Let your silence be your sword, your shield, your throne. In the stillness, you will find your victory. Silence is the deadliest blade. Injuries, therefore, should be inflicted all at once, that their ill savor being less lasting, may the less offend, whereas benefits should be conferred little by little, so that they may be more fully relished. Niccolò Machiavelli. Your mind is a kingdom, a fortress, a realm where every thought is a subject, every emotion a soldier, and like any ruler, you must decide who stays, who goes, what serves you, what weakens you. Prune the mind. Identify toxic thoughts and self-sabotage patterns. Just as a king surveys his lands, you must survey your thoughts. Recognize the rebels, the doubts, the fears, the insecurities that threaten your reign. They are not mere nuisances, they are traitors within your walls, plotting your downfall. Allowing them to persist is akin to letting spies infiltrate your court. You must act swiftly and decisively. Selective engagement. Not every battle deserves your attention. Pick confrontations wisely. A wise monarch does not engage in every skirmish. Some conflicts are beneath you, distractions that drain your resources and focus. In the modern world, this means choosing your battles, be it in the workplace, on social media, or in personal relationships. Engaging in every argument or dispute is like a king waging war on every neighboring kingdom, leading to exhaustion and eventual defeat. Exile the enemy within. Inner fears and resentments are traitors. Exile them decisively. Imagine a ruler who harbors a spy within his inner circle, a spy who whispers doubts and fears into his ear. This spy is your own inner critic, your fears, your past traumas. To maintain control, you must exile these traitors. This is not about denial, but about reclaiming your power. By confronting and removing these internal enemies, you strengthen your resolve and fortify your kingdom. The cost of inaction is high. Allowing toxic thoughts and distractions to persist is like letting enemies breach your gates. Your kingdom, your peace, your focus, your power is at risk. But by mastering your mind, by eliminating what weakens you, you become an unassailable force. So, take command. Survey your thoughts. Identify the rebels. Choose your battles. Exile the traitors. Rule your kingdom with unwavering strength and clarity. Cut what weakens you. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. Niccolò Machiavelli. You stand in the midst of your court, the weight of your crown pressing upon your brow. The room is filled with whispers, eyes darting from one noble to another, each vying for your favor, but you, the ruler, remain unmoved, your gaze steady, your posture regal. Your presence commands the room, not through force, but through the sheer force of your demeanor. In the game of power, perception is often more potent than reality. Your outward composure, your ability to project calm in the face of chaos, becomes your weapon. It's not the words you speak, but the silence you maintain, the stillness you exude, that unsettles your adversaries. They cannot predict your next move because they cannot read your mind, and in that uncertainty, they falter. Consider the battlefield of the mind. When you enter a room, your very presence should be a declaration of authority. Stand tall, shoulders back, chin up. Let your gaze sweep the room, not in search of approval but to assert your dominance. Speak with a voice that carries, not just in volume but in conviction. Your words should be measured, deliberate, each one a calculated move in the chess game of influence. But it's not just about the physical, it's about psychology. People are drawn to those who exude confidence, who seem to have control over their emotions and circumstances. They seek to align themselves with strength, with certainty. When you project calm, you project control. And when you project control, others surrender their power to you. This is the essence of the invisible throne. It's not a seat you sit upon, but a presence you emanate. It's the aura of authority that surrounds you, making you untouchable, unassailable. Your enemies hesitate, your allies rally, and your subjects obey not out of fear, but out of respect. To master this, you must first master yourself. Your emotions are your servants, not your masters. In moments of stress or provocation, take a breath, pause. Let the silence speak for you. In that pause, you regain control. In that silence, you find your strength. Remember, the battlefield is not just a physical space, it's the realm of perception. And in that realm, you are the sovereign. Your composure is your weapon, your demeanor, your shield. Wield them wisely, for they are the keys to your dominion. Project the calm of kings. Injuries, therefore, should be inflicted all at once, that their ill savor, being less lasting, may the less offend. Niccolo Machiavelli. You are the silent predator in the underbrush, watching, waiting. The world rushes by in a blur of noise and haste, but you remain still, calculating. In this stillness, you find your power. Machiavelli understood the potency of silence. He knew that in the quiet moments the mind sharpens and the soul steels itself. In his words, injuries therefore should be inflicted all at once, that their ill savor, being less lasting, may the less offend. This isn't just about physical harm, it's about the strategic use of force, the calculated strike that comes after careful observation. The predator waits for the perfect moment, the instant when the prey is most vulnerable, and then, without hesitation, delivers the fatal blow. In the modern world, this principle holds true. Consider the corporate world, where leaders often make swift, decisive moves that reshape industries. These actions are not impulsive. They are the result of meticulous planning and strategic thinking. The successful leader is the one who observes, analyzes, and then acts with precision. But silence isn't just about observation, it's about control. A calm demeanor can unsettle those around you. In a tense negotiation, your composed presence can make others question their own stability. They may wonder, what does this person know that I don't? Your silence speaks volumes, conveying confidence and authority without a single word. This is the essence of the invisible throne. It's the mastery of your own presence, the ability to command respect and attention without uttering a sound. It's about creating an aura of invulnerability Where others perceive you as untouchable, a figure of power and influence, to wield this power, you must first master yourself. Control your emotions, your reactions, your impulses. In the heat of battle, the calm warrior is the one who prevails. By remaining composed, you not only maintain your own clarity, but also impose your will upon the chaos around you. Remember, every moment of silence is an opportunity. It's a chance to observe, to learn, to plan. In the stillness, you find your strength. Harness it, and you become the master of your own fate. In silence, I conquer. The first key to leadership was self-control, particularly the mastery of pride, which was something more difficult, he explained, to subdue than a wild lion, and anger, which was more difficult to defeat than the greatest wrestler. You are a predator in a world of prey. Your instincts roar, your blood surges, and the battlefield calls. But a true master knows the fiercest strike is the one withheld. Genghis Khan, a name that echoes through history, understood this primal truth. He taught his warriors that the first key to leadership was self-control. Mastery over pride and anger was more challenging than subduing a wild lion or defeating the greatest wrestler. Without this control, one cannot lead. Your inner wolf is not a beast to be caged, but a force to be channeled. Hunger becomes fuel when directed with purpose. Discipline transforms raw aggression into calculated action. The alpha does not act impulsively. He waits, watches, and then strikes decisively. In the modern arena, this principle remains unshaken. Consider the corporate world, where leaders who act on impulse often find themselves outmaneuvered. Those who pause, assess, and then act with precision command respect and achieve dominance. Your challenge is to tame your instincts, not suppress them. Redirect your primal urges into strategic advantage. The battlefield is not just a place of physical confrontation, but a realm where mental fortitude and emotional control determine the victor. The cost of failure is steep. A single misstep, a moment of unchecked emotion, can lead to ruin, but the rewards of discipline are boundless. Control your inner predator, and you become untouchable, a force of nature in a world of chaos. Remember, the most dangerous strike is the one you choose not to make. Master your instincts, and you will master your destiny. Control your inner predator. The wise man does at once what the fool does finally. In the grand game of life, every interaction, every decision is a move on the chessboard. The battlefield is not just external, it is within you. Your mind is the arena where strategy and impulse clash, where calculated moves determine the course of your destiny. Consider the art of emotional control. The wise do not react impulsively, they respond with precision. They understand that a hasty move can lead to unforeseen consequences. By pausing, they assess the situation, anticipate the opponent's next move, and act with deliberate intent. This is the essence of strategic thinking, acting with foresight, not in haste. In modern times, this principle is evident in the realm of negotiation and diplomacy. Leaders who master the art of patience and timing often find themselves in advantageous positions. They understand that every word spoken, every gesture made, can shift the balance of power. By controlling their emotions and responses, they maintain the upper hand, guiding the course of events rather than being swept along by them. Imagine a chess player who, instead of reacting to every move of the opponent, anticipates several moves ahead. This foresight allows them to control the game, dictating the pace and direction. Similarly, in life, those who act with purpose and restraint often find themselves in positions of strength. The cost of failure in this arena is high. A single misstep, a moment of uncontrolled emotion, can lead to defeat, but the rewards of discipline are immense. By mastering your emotions and responses, you become the master of the game, dictating outcomes rather than reacting to them. Remember, every move matters. Each decision, each action is a step toward your ultimate goal. The path to mastery is paved with deliberate, calculated moves, not impulsive reactions. Every move matters. The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps, and a lion to frighten wolves. Every day is a forge, and your mind, your spirit, your very being is the metal. The heat comes from confrontation, the hammer from discipline, and the anvil from relentless practice. To survive and dominate, you must embrace the fire, seek it, welcome it, let it shape you. Daily trials are your training grounds. These are not battles to win fame or recognition, but skirmishes to master yourself. A tense conversation with a colleague, a challenging client, a disagreement with a friend. Each is an opportunity to sharpen your reflexes, to test your composure under pressure. Approach them like exercises in combat. Observe, assess, control, and act with precision. Do not avoid conflict. Do not shy from discomfort. Step into it fully, each encounter a stroke of the hammer forging your iron will. Mental conditioning is the ritual that tempers your core. Meditation, visualization, and deliberate self-reflection are not passive acts. They are the secret drills of champions. When you imagine the storm before it arrives, when you walk through the fire in your mind, you prepare your body and spirit for the real test. Marcus Aurelius faced political intrigue and rebellion, yet his calm, reflective practice allowed him to navigate deadly waters without surrendering to panic. You too must condition yourself daily. Let your mind become a fortress no surprise can breach, no insult can shake. Stress is not your enemy. It is the forge itself. Pressure tests the steel, and only through the tension of fire does clarity emerge. When deadlines loom, when criticism strikes, when uncertainty threatens, you do not crumble. You focus, you channel the strain, transforming it into calm, decisive energy. Every pulse of anxiety becomes a drumbeat for controlled action. Like a predator crouching in the underbrush, you wait, calculating, ready, letting others rush and falter while you remain poised and lethal. Through these rituals, you develop the resilience that cannot be taught in classrooms or gleaned from books alone. It is earned through repetition, through discipline, through embracing discomfort as the furnace that tempers your spirit. The world will not give mercy. Life will not pause for your hesitation. You must be the craftsman of your own power, the blacksmith of your destiny. Each morning, each interaction, each trial is another hammer strike, shaping you into someone who cannot be easily broken, someone whose presence alone commands respect. Do not mistake repetition for monotony. Every moment of discipline compounds. Every moment of discipline compounds. Every confrontation faced, every stress endured, every quiet, deliberate meditation adds layers of strength. Over time, your mind and spirit harden into unyielding iron. You move through chaos without faltering. Your decisions sharp, your reactions precise, your composure unshakable. This is mastery, forged in the fire of relentless self-cultivation, tempered by trial and hardened against the world's unpredictable assaults. Forge yourself in fire. Whosoever desires constant success must change his conduct with the times. You have walked the path of fire, forged your will in trials, and mastered the hidden currents of the battlefield within your mind. Now the final transformation awaits, the state of untouchable dominance, where every move, every word, every glance commands respect, fear, and obedience before a single battle is fought. This is not mere skill, it is sovereignty over yourself, a throne constructed in the heart of chaos. Emotional immunity is your first shield. No insult can pierce you. No provocation can unsettle your core. Where others erupt in anger, you stand calm, deliberate, calculating. History remembers men like Frederick the Great and Sun Tzu's generals, leaders who controlled their inner tempests before commanding armies. They understood that a storm within invites defeat without. You will be no different. Train your mind to observe without attachment, to assess without panic, to respond with precision rather than reaction. Let no word, no glance, no underhanded strike sway your equilibrium. Stand immovable. Command over space is your next weapon. The battlefield bends to your presence. Like a predator circling its territory, your aura dictates the rhythm of every engagement. Others act in response to you, not the reverse. Walk into a room, speak with controlled cadence, occupy your space with the authority of one who cannot be challenged without consequence. Modern leaders, CEOs, and elite strategists know this instinctively. Power is silent until it is felt. Make your environment obey your terms. Let people underestimate you, then reveal control through the subtle art of influence. Every step, every gesture, every pause is a chess move. Let the world play on your board. Living the throne is the culmination of all prior disciplines. Each day is a series of controlled confrontations, small wars won before the real battles arise. Breakfast becomes ritual. Interactions become tactical. Decisions are made with clarity. Actions executed with precision. You move through life as a sovereign, your presence alone shaping outcomes. Internal distractions are gone, emotional reactions subdued, your inner wolf fed and guided rather than uncontrolled. The chaos of the outside world strikes, yet it leaves no scar, only the reflection of your composure. You are the apex predator, the general, the monarch of every moment. This is mastery, a fusion of mind, body, and will into a single instrument of unassailable authority. Every principle you have learned, the stillness, the morning dominance, the controlled strike, the strategic patience, the harnessing of instinct, converges here. You are untouchable because you have anticipated the storms and prepared for them all. You do not flinch, you do not falter, you do not react to the world, you shape it. The throne is not a seat, but a state of being. No confrontation will catch you off guard. No opponent can predict your response. Your calm is a weapon, your presence a command, your actions a symphony of strategy executed flawlessly. This is the apex of human mastery, the embodiment of Machiavellian principles, not as abstract theory but as living, breathing dominance. Every battle you face, every interaction, every decision becomes an opportunity to demonstrate that you are unshakable, unstoppable, untouchable. Master every battlefield, command every moment. Men rise to power through fortune and skill, yet only he who commands himself rules truly. You have walked every shadowed corridor of the mind, faced the storms of impulse, and tested the steel of your will. Now comes the apex, the final form, where calm is no longer a tactic, but an identity, a second skin forged in the fires of discipline. Here your mind becomes a sovereign throne, unshaken by chaos, untouchable by provocation. The world bends to your presence before a word is spoken, before a move is made. You are both hunter and king, predator and strategist, master of every battlefield that life places before you. Your sovereign mind is the fortress of this final form. External turmoil, insults and manipulations collide against your inner walls and shatter harmlessly. History teaches us this lesson repeatedly. Marcus Aurelius walked the streets of Rome amidst conspiracy and treachery, yet his composure commanded loyalty, respect, and fear. You too must cultivate this immunity. Let no glance, no whisper, no calculated attack pierce your calm. Internal chaos is your adversary. Vanquish it with self-discipline, reflection, and unwavering presence. Your throne is built, not of steel, but of the immovable certainty that you will not be moved. Predator's grace is your execution. Like a wolf in the forest, you move silently, assessing, calculating, waiting. Others exhaust themselves in the frenzy of reaction, while you remain still, focused, and lethal. Every confrontation becomes a chessboard of strategy. Every conversation a field where patience and perception dictate outcomes. Impulse is your enemy. Precision is your weapon. When the moment is right, you strike with authority, not emotion, swift, decisive, and final. Let opponents tire themselves, reveal their weaknesses, and stumble into your design. You are calm, yet every motion radiates the quiet power of a predator whose prey senses danger only too late. Legacy of mastery is your reward. Your calm is infectious. It shapes perception, molds outcomes, and commands influence long after the immediate battle has passed. Leaders, innovators, and tacticians who have mastered themselves leave footprints in reality that others follow instinctively. Your presence signals order where there is chaos, authority where there is doubt, and inevitability where there is hesitation. People remember the calm before the storm, the composed hand that turns the tide, the measured voice that commands armies of thought and action alike. Every interaction becomes a testament to your mastery, every decision a brick in the monument of your influence. This is the zenith of human strategy, the fusion of all principles you have honed. The morning battles, the stillness, the precision strikes, the tamed instincts, the throne of composure, all converge into one living, breathing force. Life no longer dictates your reactions. You dictate life's terms. Conflict is a mirror that reflects your dominance. Emotional storms pass over you like wind over a cliff, felt, acknowledged, yet leaving no mark. You are untouchable, unshakable, inevitable. Every breath, every step, every glance becomes part of the choreography of control. You carry the weight of strategy, instinct, and will in perfect alignment. Your calm is the sword and the shield, the hunter and the king. Those who face you sense it immediately. Hesitation, deference, fear, respect. You are no longer reacting, you are shaping. No battle catches you unprepared. No opponent can outmaneuver the equilibrium you maintain. You live the throne, you embody the predator, you are the architect of perception, influence, and outcome. This is transcendence, the final form of mastery, where calm is conquest, where patience is power, where strategy is life. The world bows silently to those who have disciplined themselves into invincibility. You are the quiet storm, the untouchable presence, the sovereign of every moment, every battlefield, every interaction. Calm is conquest, mastery is life. Whosoever desires constant success must change his conduct with the times. You have walked the path of discipline, sharpened your mind in the fires of challenge, and forged your calm into armor. Now the journey is not complete until you carry this throne forward, not as a fleeting tactic, but as a permanent presence in your life. Mastery is not an event, it is a daily ritual. Every morning, every interaction, every decision becomes an opportunity to reinforce your dominion over self and circumstance. Calmness must be maintained through vigilance, not wishful thinking, like a warrior who trains every day to keep his edge. You must practice the art of composure relentlessly. Command your reality. Each conversation, each encounter becomes a battlefield where strategy dictates outcome. You move like a chess master, predicting reactions, controlling the pace, and guiding events toward your desired end. Authority is communicated through posture, tone, and presence. Influence radiates from every measured word and calculated silence. The world responds not to impulse, but to the command that emanates from your inner throne. Let every engagement become a test of strategy, a proof of your mastery, a demonstration of your untouchable equilibrium. Daily vigilance transforms knowledge into habit, and habit into identity. Meditation, reflection, and controlled practice are your rituals, forging resilience as a blacksmith hammers steel. Stress becomes fuel, adversity a tutor, and repetition the hammer that shapes your dominion. You will find that what once provoked fear or frustration now passes over you like wind over a mountain, felt but harmless. Each day you exercise this discipline, you reinforce the throne within, expanding its influence outward into every corner of your life. Finally, claim your mantra, a declaration of sovereignty and self-command. I am the throne. I am calm. I am untouchable. Speak it, feel it, embody it. Let it anchor you in moments of uncertainty and guide you through the storms of reaction and chaos. This is not mere repetition, it is a ritual of authority, a constant reminder that mastery is lived, not taught. Carry the throne forward. Let your calm shape your reality. Let your presence bend events to your will. Let every day be a testament to the sovereignty you have earned through patience, discipline, and strategy. You are untouchable, inevitable, the living embodiment of command. I am the throne. I am calm. I am untouchable.